Alright, now that we have all of our files created and saved, we're going to start putting it into Unity as a UI. So the first thing that we're going to want to do is we're going to go into the hierarchy and we're going to put in a new UI element. I'm just going to start with text for the sake of just putting a complete UI together. So let's put in some text. And when you instantiate a UI element, you're going to get a canvas, whatever object you wanted, and an event system. And this happens every time that you make a new UI in Unity. And this square here is going to be the screen size. So you'll notice the shape changes as I change the game view. So this is basically the screen that the player sees that will have all of your UI elements on it. And one thing that's really important to do is right now it says constant pixel size, which means our text, for instance, let's make this a color that we can see. Let's make this large, give it a cool font, and make the box larger. Alright, I'm going to put this up here. So right now, if you are to resize the screen, you'll notice that the text kind of stays where it's at. It gets cut off. The size doesn't change. I don't like that. It doesn't look very nice. It won't work for as many devices as if you change this feature here. So right now I'm going to put it kind of where I want in the corner. The spacing looks nice. And I want to anchor it there. I want to anchor it to the edges like that. And I'm going to go into the canvas, and instead of constant pixel size, I'm going to go scale with screen size, which is a really cool feature that Unity has. So check this out. So when you change the screen size, the text responds in kind. It looks really nice. So don't forget to check that option when you're making UI layouts. That way it looks, you can do it for a phone, you can do it for a big screen TV, and it'll still look nice. So we'll keep that. All right. So, and also, yeah, I want to remember to clearly label everything. Save so much time later. Okay, so I'm going to duplicate that, drag it down, and this one's going to be the score. The radial dial on that we've been working on. So I'm going to add in a panel, which is basically just a 2D object for the Unity UI. Let's get it to be about the size we want it about there. And when we scale the screen and everything, notice how it doesn't have very good behavior at the moment, so we don't want it squishing and resizing. So first thing I'm going to do is anchor it to the sides, and I think I want it about, I don't know, that padding looks nice. Alright, so I'm going to resize. I'm going to hold down shift so that it remains a perfect square, and let's see, ooh, we don't want it to resize like that. Okay, let's make it a little bit smaller. Alright, this seems like a reasonable size. Like I can see our dial resizing nicely like that. Okay, so now that we have a nice location and size, I'm going to rename this. This will be our radial interface. And canvas is pretty boring. Let's rename this our UI. Okay, and all of the images that I'm going to attach to it are going to be those PSD images that we just saved of our dial. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take all the files that we saved. Again, I just saved each individual layer as a PSD file. So we're going to go into Unity, and super easy to transfer files in Unity. Just grab them, drag them, and Unity will convert them. And the cool thing about using PSDs in Unity is that you can make real-time changes. So for instance, if you upload this image and you don't like how that rainbow looks, you can go in, adjust it in Unity, save, and then go back into Unity and your changes will be saved. So that's really cool. But everything is as we need it right now. So the first thing I'm going to do is take all of these files. Right now they're of the texture type default, but we want to use it in our UI, so we're going to change it to Sprite, 2D, and UI. Make sure all of them are selected, make sure to apply. Alright, cool, so we're ready to start making our UI. So with this panel, it comes with, already with a transparent square, and you may want this, you may not. For now, I'm just going to kind of keep it there as a place marker, and then I'm going to hide it when I'm done attaching an image to it. Okay, so I'm going to add an image now, and we'll make this our outline. And again, it saves a lot of time to just clearly label everything right away. So I want to keep this a perfect square, and I want it to line up exactly on this. Perfect. All right, so there's the solid fill. There's our outline. See how labeling's already helping me out. Okay, so outline, and there's our first UI element. Right now I'm going to go back and fully disable that square so it's not there anymore. Alright, so we now have the first element, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this layer, that way all the sizing properties are there. And now all I have to do is just drag in the correct image and it lines up perfectly. It's so easy. So this is the solid fill. Ooh, caps lock, you guys. Okay, and this will be the rainbow fill. Okay, and we want to put our buttons outline now. Okay, and our A button. B button. And X button. Our Y button. Alright, and one more thing that I want to do is I want that transparent fill that I was talking about that's there when your meter is empty. Okay, so transparent fill here. Alright, so we have all the elements we need for our radial dial. Let's go in and see how we make this fill work. So this is pretty cool. Unity has this automatically set up, such a help. So let's start with the rainbow fill because that one's fun. So goodbye solid fill, we don't want you right now. Okay, let's go to the rainbow fill, and under image type, right now it's just simple, but we want a filled image type. And they have this fill method, Radial 360, that's perfect for us. So right now it's fully filled, but when you drag this down, your meter empties and fills. Pretty cool, huh? So that's it. Now all we have to do is hook this up to scripting and we can make ourselves a really cool little dial here. And also I'm going to show you how to map this to an Xbox controller. So for instance, let's hide all these right now. So like when you hit the X button, that'll show up. Kind of cool. All right, so let's put this into a script.